You step under the bar, the weight is heavier than you've ever attempted. Your heart's pounding, your grip tightens, your body feels like it's made of pure steel. You drop into the hole, and explode back up like a rocket breaking through the atmosphere. That's not just strength, that's raw, unleashed power. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build it, fast. Not in years. Not even in months. In weeks. And it's all backed by science. Stick with me, because these 4 steps will transform your squat from average to absolutely unstoppable. But here's the twist. Most people who train squats are making themselves weaker without even realizing it. They're leaving 50%, sometimes even 70% of their potential power on the gym floor. Why? Because they've been told to follow outdated advice that's killing their explosiveness. And once I reveal the first step, you'll realize you've probably been sabotaging your own gains without even knowing. Let's start with the foundation, and no, it's not your quads, it's not your hamstrings, and it's not your glutes. It's something far more important. Think of a skyscraper. If the foundation is unstable, the whole building collapses. The same is true for your squat. The first science-backed step to exploding your squat strength is building what I call the iron core pillar. Your core isn't just your abs. It's an entire network of muscles, your transverse abdominis, obliques, erector spinae, pelvic floor, all working like a hydraulic system to keep your spine rigid under massive load. A strong core is literally the force bridge between your lower and upper body. Without it, your legs could generate all the power in the world, and it would leak out like water from a broken pipe. Science backs this up. A study from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that athletes who increased their core stability by just 20% saw a double-digit jump in their squat 1 in under 6 weeks. That's huge. So how do we build it? You ditch the sit-ups and planks everyone's been preaching and focus on heavy compound core work, front squats, safety bar squats, and heavy carries. You're not training for beach abs, you're training for steel-forged stability. When you brace before a squat, imagine your torso as a pressurized tank. Fill it with air, lock it in, and turn yourself into an unbreakable column. Imagine this. The next time you squat, instead of feeling like the bar is crushing you down, you feel like you could stand there all day with it. No wobbling. No folding forward. Just complete control. That's what mastering your core gives you. And when we combine this with step 2, the weight you're lifting now is going to feel embarrassingly light. Here's the thing about strength. Your muscles are only part of the equation. The real driver? Your nervous system. Every time you squat, your brain is firing electrical signals to your muscles. The faster and more efficiently those signals fire, the more muscle fibers you recruit, and the more power you unleash. This is where most lifters fail. They train their muscles but never train their nervous system. And science is crystal clear. If you want explosive squat strength fast, you need to activate high-threshold motor units. These are the big, powerful muscle fibers that only come out when your body knows it needs to go all in. How do you do it? You add in speed work, dynamic effort squats at around 60–70% of your max, moved as fast as possible while maintaining perfect form. You also use jumps, sprints, and contrast training, pairing a heavy squat with a bodyweight jump squat immediately after. This primes your nervous system like flipping a turbo switch. And here's the part that blows people's minds. Research from the Soviet Sports Science Archives shows that athletes could increase max squat strength by 15% in just 3 weeks without touching a heavier bar, simply by training their nervous system with explosive intent. That's right, you can actually lift more without getting bigger, just by rewiring how fast your body fires. Alright, now we've got the core of steel and a nervous system in overdrive. But here's the reality. If your squat technique is off, you're leaking strength at every representative. Imagine trying to deadlift with a bent bar. No matter how strong you are, energy is being wasted. The same thing happens if your squat mechanics are sloppy. Biomechanics studies have shown that a small adjustment in bar position, stance width, or hip-knee timing can increase force output by up to 12% instantly. That's free strength, just from better movement efficiency. This means we start with finding your optimal stance. For most lifters, that's slightly wider than shoulder width, toes out around 15–30 degrees, knees tracking over toes. Then, we master bar path. The bar should travel in a straight vertical line over your midfoot, not drifting forward or backward. Every inch the bar moves out of that line is lost power. We also fix the depth problem, no half squats here. But it's not about ass to grass for everyone, it's about going as deep as your mobility allows while keeping tension in the right muscles. This is where mobility work comes in, hip flexor stretches, ankle dorsiflexion drills, and thoracic spine mobility to keep your chest tall. This is exactly what elite Olympic lifters and powerlifters do. They spend more time perfecting technique than actually lifting heavy. Because the cleaner the movement, the more weight you can handle without even building more muscle. Finally, the step that ties it all together, progressive overload. But we're not talking about the old, just add 5 pounds every week, advice. That's fine for beginners, but if you want to explode your squat fast, you need precision overload, targeting specific strength qualities in cycles. Week 1-3 might be volume focused to build work capacity. Weeks 4-6 could be intensity focused, hitting heavy doubles and triples. Then, you layer in microloading, fractional plates as small as 0.5 kilograms, so your nervous system barely notices the increase, but your strength compounds week after week. And yes, science backs this too. A study from the University of Tokyo found that lifters who used microloading and wave progression improved squat strength 22% faster than those using straight linear progression. Think about where you'll be in just 6 weeks if you follow this. Walking into the gym, loading up the bar with your old max, and repping it out like it's your warm-up. That feeling of power isn't just physical. It changes how you carry yourself in and out of the gym. So here's the deal. You've now got the 4 science-backed steps. The iron core pillar, nervous system overdrive, squat blueprint optimization, and progressive overload with precision. Put them together, and your squat won't just improve, it will explode. But don't just listen, do it. The next time you hit the rack, start applying these changes. Your body will adapt faster than you think. And if you want me to break down exact weekly programming for squat domination, drop a comment below saying, "Squat Beast," and I'll make that the next video. This is peak physique, where science meets strength, and limits get destroyed. And hey, if you're serious about transforming your body and you want to keep seeing these kinds of breakthroughs, smash that subscribe button. Because we're just getting started. You haven't even seen what's coming next.